What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, then make sure you click that subscribe button for more beginner tips like this. So I'm going to show all of the beginners how to actually apply a granular fertilizer to your lawn correctly without burning it. You won't have any issues, and I'm going to simplify it for you. I know some of you experienced guys that follow me are going to be like, oh, well, this is simple, and you don't have to watch. That's fine. This is for the beginner that doesn't know where to start. So let's make it easy, and let's have some fun. Let's do this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get a tape measure, go out and measure your yard. It's length times width, and you got to figure out your square footage. That is important. So whatever it is, 10 feet by 10 feet, you got 100 square feet. That's what you need to know. These bags work on 1,000 square foot increment. That's how pretty well every bag is going to say, 4 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So that's what you want to know first. So make sure you get that, write it down, don't forget it. And then you can go and start buying your fertilizer and picking out what you want to throw down. All right, so step 2 is after you've measured out your lawn, you have the square footage, you're fine with that, is going and getting your fertilizer. So these are just normal lawn fertilizers that I get at Home Depot, is usually where I shop. You don't need to worry about the numbers on the front too much. Just make sure it's got an NPK. Go for a balanced one, preferably like a 10-10-10. But I mean, if it's like a 16-8-4 or something like that, don't worry about it. Just find a standard lawn fertilizer. And that's all you need to worry about at this point. Nothing too complicated. You'll be fine. All right, so you have your fertilizer, you're home now, you want to put this stuff out. So make sure you got your fertilizer spreader. I would have thought that would be an obvious one. I'm sorry if it wasn't. But yeah, that's a handheld. If you're doing anything of a decent size, go with the Scott's EdgeGuard. It's like 34 bucks at Home Depot, I believe. And that one's lasted me 10 years and it works just fine. So it's worth the investment. So once you have your spreader, get one of these. It's a digital kitchen scale just to weigh out the fertilizer. And it's going to take all the guesswork out of it, and you won't actually have to worry about, did I put down too much? Did I put down too little? You don't have to worry about that. Empty coffee can to put the fertilizer in and weigh it. Simple enough. So every bag is going to tell you how much of that product you need to apply. So on this bag in particular, right on the front, it says apply 4 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So that's easy. Just go to your kitchen scale with your coffee can on it, so it's at 0, pour in 4 pounds of the fertilizer, put it in your spreader, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, most bags will give you the setting that you should have your spreader at on the bag. If not, set it low, and then just start walking. Go one way, then go the other, and just keep going until you're empty. But keep it on a low setting if you're unsure, but most bags will tell you what it should be set at. All right, so I'm gonna load up my spreader. I'm gonna start spreading this in my yard, and I'll just do a quick clip to show you what you should be watching for when you're applying it to make sure you don't get it too heavy in one spot. Let's take a look. So all that I'm doing here is I'm going one way, and then I'm going in the complete opposite direction. All you want to do is make sure that you're tossing the fertilizer to your previous pass. On the Scott spreader, it tosses about 3 feet to either side of the spreader itself. So as long as you're keeping about a 3-foot gap in between your up pass and your down pass, you should be fine. Okay, so that about does it for this one. I hope it helps you out. I hope that you found it helpful and that you feel confident going into your lawn and putting down fertilizer now. I've made it as simple as it can get, and you should be able to get a nice lawn, get some fertilizer down on that. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want more simple tips for beginners like this, and leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns about applying this. I'll be happy to respond to you. We'll see you in the next one.